Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Crazy Over Parties. Today we are building a balloon garland that will be attached to baby blocks. I'll be using Tuftex Empowerment, Tuftex Canyon Rose, and Tuftex Rose Gold in various sizes. Before we get started guys, please make sure that you like, subscribe, share the channel with other creators, DIYers, event planners, anyone that you know that would enjoy a good DIY video. First things first, I needed to set my baby blocks the way I wanted them to be. These baby blocks are wooden and heavy duty so they could withstand the wind of an outside event. Now that I have the position of my baby blocks together, it's time to start blowing up balloons. I started with my 11-inch balloons, inflating them with air, and then releasing some of that air to give myself a nice oval shape. Because these balloons were going to be in direct sunlight, I did not inflate the balloons to their full capacity because I don't want them to pop. I'm tying my balloons in sets of fours and placing them to the side. I'm going to have 4 sets of balloons for each color. I'm repeating the same steps for my 5-inch balloons, inflating them, releasing some of the air, pressing the balloon against my skin to get that nice oval shape. For this set of 5-inch balloons, I wanted it to be like a long snake. So I'm tying 4 balloons together, and then on top of each one, I'm going to add a new cluster. As always, I am tying the necks of balloons together. So what I mean by the neck is the end of one 5-inch balloon is tied to another 5-inch balloon instead of using a 260. This saves on material and it makes your clusters tighter. And this was my 5-inch cluster that I was going to be adding to the garland to add a little bit of more shape and dimension. To attach the balloons to the baby blocks, I'll be using my special hooks and painter's tape. I'm using painter's tape to protect the blocks from the paint chipping. So I'm just going to add several pieces of the painter's tape to the baby blocks. And then on top of the baby block, I'll be adding my special hooks. Here you can see me tying the neck of balloons together with 17-inch balloons. If you just pull the neck out before you blow up the balloon, it makes it real nice and flexible. And now you're able to tie it to your garland with no issue. So I added a 260 to the Canyon Rose balloons, and then I used painter's tape to attach the balloons to the baby blocks. Because my event was outside, I still wanted it to be a little bit more secure. So I went back and I put some support in the grass. I got a nail and I put that nail in the ground and stepped on it so it could be secure. And I got a 260, tied it to the balloons, and tied the other end of the 260 to the nail to make it secure. Now let's start building this garland. For this install, I used 10 260s. I do not recommend using fishing line for your installs because they can rip your balloons. 260s just make it more flexible and you're able to easily move the balloons if you need to. With fishing line, if you pull it too tight, it's going to rip your balloons and it's just harder to deal with. To secure the top of the garland, I'm adding more painter's tapes to the blocks and then adding the hook. And I'm going to tie a 260 to the balloons and tie a hook on. This will give me support at the top and the bottom of my balloon garland to make sure it's secure. I have a balloon tied on each side of my 260 so I can wrap it around and place it where I want it to go. And this way, if I don't like the placement of the balloons, I can easily just remove it and put it where I want it to go next. I then used a piece of painter's tape and tape the end of my 5-inch balloon to an 11-inch to secure it. I added a couple more 5-inch balloons and my florals, and I was almost done building this garland. My son added the teddy bear, and I added some greenery just to make this setup complete. When adding florals to your balloons, just make sure the ends are not sharp so they won't pop your balloons. Simply add tape if they are to the pointy end and it should stop it from poking it. And this was my end result. You guys, again, thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, share the channel, leave comments below. If you have any videos that you would like to see us do besides balloons, or if they are balloons, just leave it below and I'll make sure that we get to it. Again, thank you for watching, and until next time, you guys be safe. Thank you.